Okay, yesterday we talked about how we wanted to put a spillway in right here and a spillway in over here. Today we're gonna do that. I wanna find out about how high I want my spillway to, you know, water's gonna build up in here. So this rock is gonna tell me, like, I can't make my spillway higher than this, or water's gonna spill out over here instead of where I want it to. So to find out how high of a rock I want, I'm gonna set it on here, because that's gonna tell me I can't make my spillway higher than that, or it's gonna spill out where I don't want it to. Alrighty, that's all the higher I can make it. See what it looks like here? Oh, we're good there. So, how high can I make it right here? About that high. I can't be any higher than that. So, Deej brought a bunch of little pieces here. I was thinking I'd like to get one that the water breaks around the top, you know, like a high dry point and water rips around it. We don't have much flow at all. So, I don't know. This one is just too small of a rock. And that's kind of cool, but that's too big. I think we could make it work with this one maybe. You know, I could put it in here and water could come around here and it could fall off the face there. Or maybe this way. Let's set this guy in there once. It seems to be about the right height. Take out that shim, slide this in. That's way too far front, but this will give me an idea. It's a little too high. I could stick like a little chunker in there and foam it in and bring that up some. I think that's probably what I'll do.
Yeah, I say we set this one and then make the back one work.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just not gonna shim it. And I wanna be behind here. There. Like that. Can see water coming around here and here. Maybe put a little piece in here. Well, that's almost like it's meant to be. Water will split around this point and we'll have two little threads coming down here. I like that little hole back there. That's neat. Could use some critiquing a little bit when we're foaming. But now, so I want water height to be this height and to spill out. So obviously we have all kinds of problems, you know. Water's gonna run out that crack, it's gonna run out this crack, it's gonna go down through the bottom. It's never gonna build up to here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use these little rocks, we're gonna foam them in place. I'll stick one in here, something like that. You just start and you kind of stack rock in there, and you take a foam can and you seal it all off so that this will build up like a pool until it spills out over here. I'll show you some more when I have my foam can out.
So here on the back side, we have this big open gap right here, and being we want the water to pool in the middle and not come out through here, I'll show you guys what we do to prevent water from coming in the backside, out the backside there. So I'm gonna set you up on video camera here, and you can watch me and see how I do it. So there you have it. That's how you make your unwanted gaps in the backside go away. Therefore, rather than having water spill out the backside here, it'll pool up in the middle. There you have it. That's a quick tip on how to fill in your unwanted cracks.
Okay folks, so Deej showed you how he fills in all the void spaces with little pieces of rock, some river gravel, then he puts foam on it, puts moss on it, and makes it all disappear and look good. The whole idea here, of course, is to make sure that water will build up in here until it reaches the height that we want it and before it spills out. So we're working on foaming shut this whole bottom here. Then once I have it foamed, we put this fabric on top to keep it, this stuff expands a little bit like grate stuff. So once we have it foamed, we'll put that fabric on top and it'll keep it from puffing up so far. Yep, just the idea is here. Get your tip down in there. By the way, this is just Aquascape waterfall foam sealant. It's not completely waterproof, but it'll hold water well enough so that we get water over the spillway. You don't want to use it to prevent leaks or something like that. Foam up against that stump. Right like that. Alrighty folks, things are looking up here. DJ, I don't know if he's doing anything anymore, but he keeps walking around here with a foam can and some moss and pretending to make things look pretty.
Look at that though.
Look at that. Doing a bad job. Moss is just the awesomest. One thing I want to tell you, you know we have water coming over here. We talked about that. We picked out that rock. We know what we want. But if you want water to come two places, then those hikes have to match, obviously, or all the water would come here and none would come here, or then all the water would come here and none would come here. So when you're setting two spillway rocks, they have to be exactly the same hike. If they're close enough and it's possible, you can use a level to make sure they're the same, or we'll just use our laser and it'll tell us which one's highest. We're getting ready to do, Drew initially wasn't going to be putting lights in this thing, but if you're going to spend all that time and money and effort to put something like this in, you absolutely need to put lights on it. It actually looks its best in the dark. It's impressive what these lights can do. So if you're doing one of these features, put a light in it. It's worth the money. We have one 3-watt in here. It's going to be in that pool. We're going to light that up, and we're going to put one of these cute little 1-watts in here, something like that, up like that spillway. I like this one tucked in right here. If we tuck it back in here, as always with lights, we want to try to get them as hidden as possible. This 3-watt will just kind of wash the whole feature in light, and then another 1-watt right in here to get that spillway. Oh yeah, this would be a cool spot for this one yet, to get light up on that urn, because this is going to be pretty cool. Water's going to come down here, hit these rocks, and it's going to splash.
I thought about it. I should maybe even foam in some areas so it puddles. Yeah, you could take out some rocks here and foam that so it actually makes a little pool right there. Oh, all kinds of cool things we can do. All right, let's put in our lights and fill this thing up and run it. One word of warning, it's going to look like chocolate milk's in it, because we have dirty gravel again. So, I mean, we can rinse the water, but it's gonna take a while for this thing to be clear. Well, last final touches here, putting in some river gravel on the bottom of our foamed off bottom. I don't know about you all, but I'm excited to see this run. Look at that. Can't see anything that's down there anymore. No black foam. Here's some. Put a little bit of gravel in there. And I put a bunch of cool aquatics through here. Now, let's back up this machine and plug it in. So let's stand back and take one final look at this when it's completely dry before we plug it in. And I hope you'll be able to see the balance that I'm talking about. It feels well-rounded. There's no flat spots on it. It looks good from every direction that I look at it, that it's going to be visible. If it's not looking right before you plug it in, keep working with it, because water's usually not going to change it that much. It needs to look good dry. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. It feels balanced, it looks good. Hopefully by watching us build this one, you can get a feel for what looks right artistically, and your first project will be a smashing success. Here we go. Okay. Well, gonna need to do some adjusting, I can tell. That's looking pretty good. Wow.
Wow. That is sweet. I didn't expect we'd get that much flow out of there. Look at that. Who does not want that in their front driveway, in the entrance of their house? What a centerpiece. I don't know, Jackson, does it pass?
All it passes.
Think that'll work?
A+.
I love it.
Oh, wow.
Incredible.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Wow.
Wait till the lights come on at night.
Fantastic.
Super. I love it. It turned out amazing. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, project completion. We've finished up late Friday evening. We're back here Monday morning to catch a little details. The water cleared up incredibly. Yeah, very happy with how this turned out. This is going to transform this front entrance in a way that nothing else really could have. Drew said he was here early Saturday morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, and said the lighting is just phenomenal. So take it from a customer. If you're considering doing one of these projects, don't skimp on the lighting. It makes a big part of the feature. So thanks for following along. Hopefully we shared some insight on how we build these fountainscapes that can be helpful in your build. We are releasing new videos every Saturday morning. So for more content. Don't forget to subscribe. We cover anything from hardscapes, water features, some landscaping. Yeah, just a bunch of our projects we do this with. If you have any questions about this build, feel free to reach out to us on the comments and we'll reply to them. If you would like to see a video on a certain subject, if it's something that we do, just give us a shout out and we'd be happy to cover that for you. Once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.